the backyard garden area, and it's just about mid-February, and that means it's time to get potatoes in the ground. Now, about 3 months ago, I had saved a lot of my last harvested potatoes, and I decided to chit them. Typically, you'd want to put them in the fridge or a cold, dark place. I put them in my pantry. My house stays around 70 degrees, so I figured a cold, dark place was my pantry. I put them in a cardboard box, and I'll show you what I'm looking at here. I think I may have waited a little bit too long on these. I'm not quite sure. I've never really chitted potatoes before. Typically, I just buy seed potatoes from the nursery and plant them, but I wanted to give it a go on my own this year. Anyway, let me give you a look at what I'm looking at, and I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. So here's my potatoes that I've been chitting for about 3 months. I didn't put them in the fridge. I put them in a box in my pantry, and I think I've waited a little bit too long. I'm not an expert on chitting, and I'm not so sure how potatoes perform when they got a lot of their moisture content out, but the sprouts look great. The sprouts are less than a couple of inches tall, which is ideal. So I'm going to plant these guys. I don't want them to go to waste, and we'll see how they do. I just wanted to take a look at them before I get them in the ground. Let me know what you think. Did I wait too long? Can I grow these like they are? I'm going to plant them anyway, but just let me know if I'm wasting my time, or if you've had similar type of chitted potatoes and they've turned out to be really good producers as well. So let me know in the comments below what you think. So I've chosen this first bed on this side of the garden to get these seed potatoes in, mainly because it does get good sunlight, but it also has the best soil right now. It's loose soil for the potatoes. It stays a little bit moist, but not sopping wet. There's not as many drippers over here. Now I'm going to be planting these about 4 inches down, about a foot apart, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of sulfur there, aluminum sulfate, to help the potatoes. They like a little more acidic soil to do well. So I'm going to just take basically a section here. I'm going to pull it about 4 inches down. I'm going to drop in some of the aluminum sulfate, cover it a little bit up with some dirt, put the seed potato with the eyes up, just like this, and then cover back over it. It shouldn't take me very long. What I'll do is I'll dig all the holes, I'll get all the potatoes set with the sulfur in there, and I'll show you another look. Okay everyone, I've got all of my seed potatoes in the ground. We've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Last step is to cover them up. Give them a slight watering. I don't need too much. Ground's pretty moist, as you can see. This stuff is super great. It's I've been working on it, composting. I added a lot of compost to it. There's a lot of earthworms in here, as you saw from the video. I think the potatoes, as long as they're healthy enough, even though they're a little wrinkly, to produce, they should produce quite well. Let me get them all covered up. And there you go, all covered up. You can see I only have 3 drip lines over here, but I do have this big sprinkler head that rises above and soaks this pretty good. Also, what's good about this is it gets a little less sun over here. It does get about 5 to 6 hours of sun a day, but it gets a little less over here, so it doesn't need as much water requirements. And by having the dripper heads set up high, I have a natural slope that comes down, and so it drains really well, and it still holds the moisture because there is so much organic matter in these beds. I actually have a handful of, a little more than, I guess, a couple of handfuls, if you will,
of some smaller seed potatoes still left. These are all about 1 inch around or smaller. I guess there's one that's close to 2. I'm gonna take the best, I guess 6 of these, and I'm gonna use this pot. This has some freshly made compost in it, sticks really well and breaks apart. So what I'm probably gonna do is empty it out. I'll probably put 3 at about the 3 inch mark, and then I'll stagger 3 more at about the 6 inch down mark. And what I'll probably do is the first level I'll have a triangle like that, and then when it stacks the dirt up, I'll cross it over and have a triangle like that, kind of make a star pattern, but that way when the plants grow up, they have room to not move around potatoes as much. Anyway, that's what I'll do with the best 6 of those, and then the rest I guess I'll just go ahead and put in the compost bin. I'll probably grow a potato in there, or a bunch of potatoes in there, but hey, we'll let it break down that way. Well, there you have it. I've got my potatoes in the ground. Good or bad, I don't know. That's why I'm curious to hear from you all, and we'll see what they produce. Let me know if there's something else I could do to help make their journey a little better. In the meantime, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell button so that you get updated frequently when I put new videos out. And as always, thanks for watching.